You can't build your confidence if you don't even know what to overcome. In my video, 5 Reasons Why People Lose Confidence, I presented different factors that make people, including you, lose confidence. This is Lisa Mackey, and I'm here to help you build your confidence through you. Yes, you, your own uniqueness. So if you want to know you more, then hit the subscribe button and click the bell if you want to be notified for every new video I post. So based on the 5 reasons why people lose confidence video, I will now present each hurdle and also present the way to overcome. I'm going to start with the hurdle first and then present the way to overcome that hurdle. Hurdle number 1, feeling overwhelmed. How to overcome? Streamline. Okay, let's define streamline first. Streamline means to simplify, to make things more efficient, to reorganize. So streamline means that you have to step back and reassess things. I explain a lot of this concept in my book, Simplify to Intensify. And the last thing that you need when you are already feeling overwhelmed is to look for more information. You know, there's such a thing as information loading, and that is one big factor for feeling overwhelmed. So you need to move back and detach yourself. Spend a day or two or even a week or a month away from all the noise, because that will really quiet your mind so you can go back to the drawing board and reassess. I wouldn't have dialed in my brand if I did not step back. That stepping back has helped me a lot. Because when you step back, you allow your mind to rethink. It's kind of like rebooting a computer. Otherwise, your mind will just get stuck. You know, we get stuck in that feeling of being overwhelmed. And then you get stuck in that stagnant place that can just pull you down deeper. So once your mind gets clearer, then it's easier to reestablish your goals. It is easier to incorporate your priorities into those goals. Now, let me tell you something. When you are not doing what you love to do and where you're good at, you will not be able, believe me, you will not be able to build your confidence. Streamlining is about dialing in your goals on what they really should be. Hurdle number 2, failure. How to overcome? Prepare. You do need to prepare. I recently told a client of mine that one of the reasons why people fail is because they have not prepared well enough. Now, the preparation happens during the planning phase, which is actually part of the streamlining that I mentioned earlier. When your direction is clear, and because you've planned for it and you have the right tools to succeed, then any type of failure will be viewed as a necessary challenge for growth. You will not look at it as a failure, but you will look at it as a stepping stone towards success. Now, you can't prepare for something you're not sure of. And this is the crucial reason, or the main reason, or the big reason why streamlining is very, very important. Because during this streamlining, you redefine your goals. And you have to make sure that what you plan to do is something that you were created to be. If you're trying to do something you were not created to be, then nothing will succeed. So this is what finding you is about, your own uniqueness. You have to make sure that your plans are lined up with who you were created to be. Now, that certainty is actually what is going to help build your confidence. That certainty is what will push you out of that stagnant place to a place of certainty and confidence. And once you see that, everything else will fall in its right place. And then you will be more sure of the tools that you would need to have in order to move forward. Hurdle number 3, identity crisis. How to overcome, discover your uniqueness. There you go. In my video, 5 reasons why people lose confidence, I actually quoted what I heard from Jay Shetty, the author of The Monk Mentality. He said, "Who I think I am is who I think you think I am." So that really nailed it down for me on how we always look at ourselves. It nailed down for me what our perception of ourselves is really all about. It's not really who we are, but it's not even what people think we are, but what we think people think we are. And so there's so many different people with different perceptions about us. And so we've formed our own perception of ourselves based on who they think we are. And so these are layers and layers of perceptions. And where do you even begin to peel off these layers? Now, what I'm going to share with you about this on how you can find your own uniqueness is something that you may or may not receive. But I'm simply sharing from my own personal experience. I believe from the bottom of my heart, and because I've experienced it for myself, that outside of my Creator, I will not be able to get to know myself. Just as no one knows a product better than its manufacturer, nobody knows us more than how our Creator knows us. And so discovering your uniqueness begins in God. And I'm not talking about religion here. In fact, I do not like religion. I'm talking about a personal relationship with God. And I don't want to complicate things. I want to keep things simple. This is where I'm good at, simplifying things. If you seriously want to get to know yourself better and discover your uniqueness, all you need to do, if you haven't done it, is to connect with God in prayer. And this prayer is not even a repetitious prayer or a prayer taught to you by somebody else, but it just has to be a prayer from the sincerity of your heart. Like, God, I just want to know myself better. As simple as that. For as long as it comes from your heart, then God will meet you where you are. The key to having a relationship with God is sincerity and seriousness. And as I've said, He will meet you where you are. So again, I expounded more on this on my book, Simplify to Intensify. Now, once you have discovered your own uniqueness, every noise you will hear outside will be easily filtered. I love quoting my husband because he always says, "Eat the meat and spit the bones." And that will be easy once you have found your own uniqueness. And when you've discovered you, then you will easily find your spot and portion that is just for you. Because you were created for a specific purpose. And you will be able to find that, and that will build your confidence. Hurdle number 4, finances. How to overcome? Have a source of income. As easy as that. So one of the reasons why people fail is because they have not made their financial projections. It's easy to say, oh yeah, you can get rich in 30 days. But if you have not set your financial projections, then you are bound to fail. So you cannot just jump into any new business or any new endeavor without anything to sustain you during the process. So this is why people get frustrated and they give up. And I don't want you to give up on your dreams. And so who doesn't want a passive income? There's just so many videos now teaching you how to make income even when you're sleeping. Who doesn't want that? And this is why the social media influencers, bloggers, they're so popular these days because there's a huge need for it. People want it. But the question is, how do you go from this point to this point? So if you're trying to build your confidence in becoming a motivational speaker or a life coach, then better be sure that your finances are covered because you will not have the confidence to even continue doing it if you can't even pay your bills. And so don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. If you don't have a job, then look for one. Look for a source of income while you are building something. If you're building a dream job, if you are looking for a dream job and you're still here, then make sure that you are doing what is necessary to get you to that place. If you're building a dream business, then stay here and have a source of income so that you will be able to sustain yourself during the waiting season or the waiting process. Don't ever rely on quick money. It will not sustain you, believe me. You may have quick, instant money for 1 month, and then what? You won't have anything, and then you'll get discouraged. Work and earn the money that you need to sustain you. So as I've said, during your free time, work towards what you want to build. So if you have a job, then find a way to incorporate what you need to do to build your new dream business by utilizing your time wisely. And pay your bills first. That's the first thing that you need to do. Pay your bills first. Make sure they get paid. Because if not, that will really be a great burden on you. So once this is taken care of and you have an income to cover this, then you will be more confident to pursue your dream. Hurdle number 5, environment. How to overcome? Change your environment. This change and every other change begins in the mind. Let me share with you a personal story about my father. My father grew up in a very poor environment. At a young age, he made up his mind to not be a prisoner of his environment. That mindset was strong enough to motivate him to succeed in school. So he graduated top of his class from elementary to high school, which gained him a full scholarship in college. And he graduated as the first summa cum laude of his school. And again, that gained him scholarship for his master's degree. And so that change in my father, that change in his environment started in his mind. And so this is where it should start. Surround yourself with people who are motivated but within your reach, and those who have been in your similar situation. It's hard if you're looking up to someone who's so beyond your reach. Surround yourself with those that are more relatable, those who are also motivated. So some things need to go, including old relationships. And if you need to do that, go ahead and do it. And be careful who you allow in your inner circle. And sometimes it's also necessary to change your physical environment. However, you have to be sure that the change begins in your mind first. Now that I've presented to you 5 ways to boost your confidence, let me know how this video has helped you by leaving a comment below. Feel free to ask any questions, and feel free as well to make suggestions on what you would like me to cover on a video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell. And check the links on the video description, especially if you're interested in the book, Simplify to Intensify. Thank you so much, and see you next time.